Ladies and gentlemen, today I am going to cover 8 lessons that I learned by the age of 20. While it is not a big deal to turn 20, there are still a few things that I learned that you might find useful. So feel free to go into any parts that you find more useful than the others, and let's go. First one, communication is the key. What do I mean by that? In life, you should be communicating literally everything. Starting from your salary, you should be communicating with your family, friends, relationships, co-workers, boss, everything. And a little bit of lack of communication in some parts can cause a huge disaster. And that is why you should be communicating well. Well, but what is communicating well, right? If there's a problem, talk about it. Don't shy away, don't try to hide it, don't try to cope with it, because coping is temporary. It takes time until you boom, and then eventually you do boom, and nothing good happens in that case. And most people do not like talking about problems or things that bother them until a certain amount of time, and then over 3 months, 5 months, even a year, then they bring it up and say that this was the problem this whole time. Then why didn't you tell me? Lack of communication skills. Just communicate effectively. This way you will reduce so many problems and difficulties in your life. In relationships, you won't have so many breakups or difficulties. You might end the relationship faster and move on with your life. Or in friendships, that you know, hey, this is a real friend and this is not really good one, and stuff like that. And you can keep your circle tight with good people who you can really trust, rather than having 10 friends that you don't know much about, and they're just there for you to hang out, but when you're in trouble, where are they? Nowhere to be found. So that is why communication is the key. Same with your boss and other things in life, that if you don't communicate your salary, they're not going to be paying you that much. If you overwork, if you work too much, let's say, and then you don't even mention that you did something instead of on another colleague and stuff, nobody gonna know that until you communicate it. So as obvious as it sounds, most people don't communicate enough about those things that bother them, the things that they do right, the things that they do wrong, how to fix them. Because if you get into this feedback loop of I did this wrong, what did I do wrong, how can I fix it, you just improve so much faster than everyone else. You just outcompete everyone. If you just ask questions, if you just communicate well enough, if you're just proactive all the time, not just sleeping around or like a bit too relaxed or something, then you just miss all the opportunities in life. Now, moving on to the second one. Nothing is given. What do I mean by that? It's that you should be fighting for everything in life. You aren't going to get a job and have a high pay and stuff. You should be fighting for that job. In a sense, you have to get referrals, you have to do a lot of things, find LinkedIn profiles of the recruiters, message one recruiter, second recruiter, or HR manager, whoever you can find, and then literally fight your way through the process of getting a job. It's not given, you have to earn it. And with a lot of things in life, sometimes we take so many things for granted. For example, I don't know, I got residence permit in Hungary and then I lost it. And then boom, suddenly I valued the fact that I had residence permit in Hungary. And then I take care of it more. So it's not given. And then I was fighting so much to get it back, but that's another story. The thing is that it's not given. Be grateful, appreciate what you have, and fight for the things you want to get, because it's not going to be given on the plate for you. Hey, this is the job. Hey, this is the opportunity. Join. You should be taking actions. And if you don't, then it's over. Game over. Moving to the lesson number 3. Again, coming from the lesson number 2, fight for everything. Literally, life is about fighting. As weird as it sounds, life is about fighting. Because if you don't fight for things, you don't fight for friendships, relationships, they're all going to be gone. You just have to decide the trade-off in your life. Whether this relationship is worth for you to keep around, or this friendship, or if you talk to this friend, what do you lose? Okay, if talking with this friend doesn't make you feel positive, doesn't contribute to your growth in any sense, your mindset, well-being, mental health, whatever that is, if it doesn't, then why keep that friend around? If that person is toxic, if that person is jealous of you, if that person is not trustworthy, why keep them around? Just make the trade-off. You choose to do this presentation, do this project, or to talk with that toxic friend. You would rather go with the project and some useful stuff rather than doing that. So you have to do the trade-off. And then suddenly you stop fighting for that friendship. But guess what? You have time for a more meaningful one. For the one that will serve you your entire life, might be. Or the family that always was there for you. Well, that might not be the case for you necessarily, but you get my point. Now, moving to the lesson number 4. Never, and I mean never, relax. Often I found myself as 19-year-old, 18-year-old. I was ambitious and stuff, but the moment I relax, it's like everything just falls apart. Oh yeah, I've got time and stuff. When I was running with this residence permit stuff, I wasn't relaxed at any time because I was so stressed about this and that, and I was about to travel to another country without any document. So that was a problem. That was when I wasn't relaxed. I was solving my issues, but at the same time I was doing the other things. So little amount of stress is actually healthy for you, but don't overdo it because it can work against you as well. So just be careful with that. But sometimes I found myself to relax way too much, especially when I was 15 and below that age. I was way too relaxed. I wasn't taking things serious. I would just start and quit, like do these seasonal things like running. I would try swimming seasonally, and then when it wasn't the right season, winter or autumn, I would quit it or shift my focus towards another thing. I would play football and then the season is over, so I would relax and stuff like that, and I wouldn't actually chase my goals persistently and like with strong dedication and never relax and stuff. And the moment people tell me, hey, you should be a bit relaxed and stuff, you do a bit too much, and I'm like internally thinking, yeah, I think I really do. Like, who the hell tells me to do this YouTube channel? Who the hell tells me to do this thing, that thing? I'm working on those things by myself. Indeed, I do too much for 20-year-old, or at the time 19-year-old. I should be relaxing, but don't you ever dare to relax. This have balanced life stuff doesn't work, doesn't really work. Because if you want to have balanced life, then sure, work for 40 years and stuff, but that's not how I want to live my life. I would rather work for 10 years, 15 years, really hard to earn my way, that when I get a bit older, I can enjoy my years. I can actually relax, you know? And sure enough, at the time when I am 35 or 40, I'll have other things to care about, like kids maybe, or some other things that might occur that I don't know about now as I'm 20. So just never relax, always be on track, and the moment you relax, life is gonna just shut you off. So never relax. That's the lesson I learned. If you believe that's something valuable for you too, of course, take into account, but take everything you hear from this video or any other video with a grain of salt, because that might work for me, but not for you. If you get overstressed, then maybe that's not the right thing for you to do. Or, you know, if I get a bit too relaxed, then my life just goes downhill. So I better not relax. That's what I learned for myself. Now, lesson number 5. Take care of your health. Well, while I don't believe that mental health is the most important thing, but health in general is very important. Eating healthy fruits and veggies and stuff like that is really, really important in the long run. Because I used to be a person who had very, very bad diet. Terrible diet. I was eating chips 5 times per week. I was eating too many sweets and sausages and stuff like cancer causing things and very unhealthy things, treats that I had for every day. Yeah, they wouldn't be a reason why would I have treats, but I just had them because I wanted. I had no self-control. I was eating whatever I wanted. So that's not what you want to do. Don't do that, because in your 20s you can either ruin your health or build your health. And if you eat healthy, you take vitamins, omega-3, you eat healthy greens and stuff like that, soups maybe sometimes, then you build your health. But if you smoke, drink, eat unhealthy, eat fast food. I didn't even mention fast food because I'm not eating fast food, but yeah, people eat fast food as well. So those things just shorten your life and you feel bad at the same time. Like if you eat a food from McDonald's, whatever that is, hamburger, do you feel well? I personally don't. That's why I don't eat this kind of foods. And if I eat well, then I feel amazing. I feel energized and I can do the work. And I do not feel brain fog or brain coma, food coma. That's the word, food coma. And so I just find it more effective to eat better because I feel better. Why not? I care about the amount of energy I have throughout the day. Everyone has a limited amount of energy. So if you can eat better, feel better, then your life is better. That's the lesson. Number 6, work hard, but don't forget to enjoy the ride. Don't forget to enjoy this life that we are given, because at any moment, it's gone. So if you don't enjoy what you are doing, or you just work hard and you never seem to enjoy the process, that could be a problem in the long run. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the money, it's not about the company, it's not about the thing you do. It's about, do you enjoy that thing? Yeah, well, not all the things you do in life you enjoy 100% of the time, the whole day, but just sometimes turn it off and just enjoy what you're doing, what you're experiencing in life. Like sometimes I get so caught up on my busyness and productivity stuff that I really forget that I'm in another country as a foreign student and I have so many cool things to do, to explore, that I don't really do. And then I'm like looking around, wow, this looks amazing. I'm glad I came so far. Sometimes you should appreciate the things that you have gained success in or achieved so far. It's really important because it helps you in the long run to continue pushing with the same power and having the same amount of energy and not burn out. Now, moving to the lesson number 7. Your network is your net worth. Yeah, as I mentioned, it's difficult to find a job if you don't know people, if you don't have referrals. So the amount of people you know can define the amount of money you make. Just think about it. If you have rich friends, 5 rich friends, like crazy rich, and you're like average, the amount of motivation you're gonna have to be like them on their level, it's gonna just empower you to do so much more. And you will reach eventually that level. And if you don't, then at least you will be upper than if you were friends with poor people, right? So it just makes sense to surround yourself with people that are higher of status than you, that are better than you. Of course, they can also introduce you to someone. You don't have to necessarily know only the rich people or really successful people in life to grow, but also the amount of people you may know can impact. Sometimes you think, oh, that person is not that interesting, or you don't find them particularly attractive to be friends with, but they could be nice people to talk with first, and second, they can introduce you to opportunities that you never thought existed in the first place. So it can really come in handy, and you should be networking throughout your career to improve the chances of you landing a better job, having a fast track in your career, having trust in people, and if you want to be an entrepreneur, which I think you would want to be if you're on this channel, but who knows? If you want to be an entrepreneur, it's like number 1 thing you should be doing, networking all the time. Now, last but not least, competition. What do I mean by healthy competition? Don't compare with yourself with people that are much better than you, that you start doubting yourself, you start losing confidence that you can do that thing. But look at them as inspiration, as something that empowers you to do better, to work more. You know, like for example, Alex Hormozy. He inspires me so much to do this YouTube channel, to go into business, so many details that he covers. I see that he's very excited about the business world. He explains things so well. He inspires me. I don't see him as a rival or as a negative competition that I'm gonna beat Alex Hormozy one day and stuff like that, counting the amount of subscribers or whatever. Yes, I might not have that many subscribers today, but in the long run, if I kept going, maybe I would surpass him one day, so who knows. So that is why I mean, have healthy competition. Don't strive for this negative competition. Sometimes it ruins the whole things with the confidence. And instead of being a rival with the people that are better than you. Be friends with them. You can learn so much more by being friends with them instead of rivals. This negativity isn't gonna help you to achieve your goals, but if they help you to get where you want to be, that's what's gonna contribute to the results you're gonna have in the future. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video and you found the lessons I learned useful. Peace.